What's going on, everybody? I'm Jory Goodman, another time teller. So today we're gonna do a little bit of an unboxing. Now, okay, there's been an account that's been popping up on my Instagram feed for a little while now, and every time I see it, I'm like, wow, that's really nice. Now, it's not a watch manufacturer, it's a watch strap manufacturer, and they're not huge. They're not one of these big companies that you've heard of. Maybe you've heard of them, but I have a feeling, you know, this is one guy making these things, and I've had the pleasure of interacting with this guy. And yeah, we've written back and forth on Instagram. He's been following my accounts for a while on Instagram and here on YouTube. And so yeah, that was unbeknownst to me. So when I followed him and I wrote to him, he was like, whoa. But dude, Mancave Leather sent me a little care package. And this is like the nicest packaged product I've ever received. Look at this, look how cute. We're gonna get some close-ups here. Almost too nice to tear into, but I'm definitely gonna tear into it because I wanna put these straps on my watches. But yeah, let's, the least I could do is film an episode about this, because normally I would have just put these on my watches and been like, hey guys, check it out. But it's such nice, delicate packaging. I need to make an episode about this. So, Mancave Leather, thank you so much. Let's take a look at the straps and see how they look. It's 12:45 p.m. Let's get down to business. All right, take a look at this box, guys. Wooden, obviously, but although this is very impressive, Mancave Leather, although this is very impressive, look at the inside. Look at how nicely packaged each strap is. Oh my gosh, wait, there's a second layer. Okay, we got a bunch to go over here. Oh my God, it's like Christmas, except I'm Jewish, so it's like Hanukkah. Oh wow, I actually undid this one. All right, we'll open this one first. Wow. Dude, this is gorgeous. All right, let's take a look at the straps. So very nicely wrapped here. See, I don't have the patience for this kind of wrapping. That's why when I sell one of my watches, I just literally throw it in the cardboard, no padding, and just go. No, I'm just kidding. I do package my watches nicely, just not as nice as this. Wow, look at this. So this is some old Swiss leather. Looks like with olive drab stitching. Little embossed Mancave Leather with their logo. Now, I have somewhat of an idea of what was in this package because he actually showed me this kind of leather and asked me about which millimeter sizing and if I had a preference, excuse me, on the stitching color. So I did pick this one out, which is actually kind of crazy that this was the first one that was undone. But because I had a feeling that I wanted some leather on my Oris Big Crown Pro Pilot. And I figured this kind of old school, wow, feels really good too. And guys, look, the stitching, nice and even. Not super distressed, but I'm sure that it'll get a nice patina and some nice distressing as I wear it. We're gonna throw this on in a moment, but let's go ahead and take a look at some other ones. Man, this is gonna look great. All right, we got like a pile of straps here. Let's go ahead and take a look at this one. Ooh, Rallye strap. All right, I know exactly which watch I wanna put this one in, or this one on, I should say. Wow, look at this. Get a very nice finish, a little bit different than this Swiss leather. This one is a little, it has a little bit more, I want to say like crackling. I don't know, and some of you guys that know a little bit more about leather, what would you call this texturing? Looks very, very cool. I want to put this on, boom. Fits perfectly. Now I have a Rallye strap on my Seiko 6139 currently, but I definitely think this is an upgrade. Look at that. We're gonna see how this looks in a moment. Again, their logo. Gorgeous. All right. Ooh, another Rallye strap. So this is obviously green. Let's compare these two. Okay, so this green Rallye strap, different texturing also, it seems. I don't know if it's because of the color that covered up that texturing, but same pattern-ish, but this is obviously different tone. So let's see how this would look. I think I'm gonna put this on another chronograph. Stay tuned. I have a feeling I know which one this would work on. So give me a second with that. Let's look at a different strap. It's one of the most, this is very fun. I almost said this is the most fun I've had on my channel, unboxing a bunch of different straps. Okay, this looks very nice. This is easily the most distressed out of any of the textures I've gotten today. Almost looks, it's either a dark brown or a black, but it definitely shows off kind of a more coffee tone underneath that crackling. This looks gorgeous. What size is this? This looks to be like a 22. This is, this looks to be a 20. It doesn't look to be a 22. So we're going to, I'll figure out something to put this on. Really nice texturing. Look at that. All right, moving on. Down to the last two people. Ooh. So this one has, looks to be a tighter pattern. And this is, again, kind of like a coffee tone with what looks to be either dark brown or black stitching. I'm a bit colorblind in that area. I don't know if that could even be like a dark navy blue or something. I think it's either dark brown or black stitching, but very nice darker coffee toned leather. Now these watch straps feel thick, but they don't feel super stiff, so that's something I like. We're gonna get into it more though when I have them on my wrist. One thing I really like immediately is that the stitching is nice and even and taut, and it doesn't look like it's fraying or knotted poorly in any areas. Yeah, I'm a fan of this. Now I'm kind of torn between these two, which one I want to put on the 6139. We'll revisit this in a moment. We got one more strap to unbox. Okay, this looks to be, this might be a 22. I think this might be a 22 millimeter. Let's take a look. Yeah, this is a bit thicker. I think this is a 22 millimeter, and it looks like black throughout. So crackling, but black throughout, where this is crackling, but brown underneath. So this looks very cool too. Not sure what I would put this on. Again, the stitching looks very, very nice. Doesn't look thrown together. Like sometimes you buy a watch strap sight unseen from Amazon or something, which is fine, but you might not really know the product. You might really not know the company, and you get it and the stitching is all wonky and ugly. This is all very nice and neat and tidy. Again, looks to be thicker, but is actually quite supple to the touch. Okay, so there's 3 watches that I've pulled out that I know exactly what I want to do, but these other ones kind of wild cards. Okay, so here's the 3 watches I've pulled together today. All right, so you've already seen this. I brought this up earlier in the episode. My Seiko 6139. Now this already has a Rallye strap on it. I want to cover up the company. I don't know if you saw it, but there's something that kind of bothers me about this Rallye strap. And I'm gonna come up a little closer, get you in focus here, guys. Is that like the glue, or I don't know what they put on it. You can see it, and I'll get a hyper close-up when I switch out my lens from macro lens, but you can see it coming out of these holes here by the stitching, and it's not tidy. The strap feels good, but it's kind of ugly, and it's almost a little gross. There's like residue coming out of these holes here. I don't like it. So I'm definitely gonna switch it out. So let me, I don't know if it's, yeah, see, it's happening here too. I don't know if you can see that. There's like, it looks like a pimple almost. Kind of gross, almost a little vulgar there. But yeah, not a huge fan of that. So we're gonna upgrade that with one of these Mancave leather straps. I'm confused as to which tone though, because they sent me a few different Rallye straps. So let's sort that out right now. All right, so I switched out for the macro lens. Look at this, guys. There's this residue coming out of the stitching holes. It's kind of gross. I don't know what that is, if it's like glue to hold the stitching in place, but yeah, I just don't like it. So we're gonna upgrade this, fix this by throwing on some Mancave leather, excuse me. So one thing I wanted to sort out though, do I choose this kind of darker tone or the lighter tone? Now, if you recall, they did send me a green Rallye strap as well, but I'm not going to put it on this Seiko 6139 because there's actually another chronograph in my collection I think this will work well with, so we're going to save that. Now, this watch already has kind of a darker tone. It looks good. It's kind of a different brown, but I kind of like switching it up for this lighter one. It looks a little bit more distressed and the pattern isn't as tight. We're gonna switch it out for this one. Let's go ahead and do that. All right, guys, look at that. Huge upgrade. I think this tone, it's a bit brighter, but it's a bit more textured, and it kind of fits with the vintage aesthetic of the Seiko 6139. Looks sporty, looks like a proper racing chronograph. Very, very fun. And if we get up close and we zoom in a little bit here, if I can get you in focus, there's no residue coming out of these stitching holes. So I'm a big fan of that. Looks a bit more tidy, more presentable. Really like that. Feels pretty supple. Let's go ahead and throw this on the wrist, and then we can take a look at some of the other watches. Heck yeah. Look at that. Love it. Feels very good, and I'm sure it'll look even more distressed and more weathered as I wear it. Very excited about this one. But let's take a look, since we're talking about chronographs. This one. This is the next one I want to upgrade. This is my Seiko SSC081, excuse me, SSC081. And right now it's on a Hadley Roma Cordura strap. Now, my one beef with Cordura straps is, number one, they are absolute lint magnets. But number two, they fray after a while. You know, upon regular usage, they're gonna fray. And this is no knock against Hadley Roma, but this, you know, I wear this watch a lot. The strap still functions. It's not going to break or, you know, tear apart. It's just that around these holes, there's some fraying. So yeah, we're gonna upgrade this. And I think once I saw that green Rallye strap, I was like, dude, it'll stay green. So it kind of, because I think green looks good on this watch, but we can have some nice leather, something that won't fray, and it's going to be a Rallye strap, so it's going to fit with the chronograph aesthetic. Let's go ahead and do that. Yes! Look at that! Such an upgrade. Again, there's one more watch strap that I definitely want to change out. My Oris. But so far, this has been the most stark contrast when it comes to, you know, before and after. Look at this. So cool. I want to wear this one right now. Still green, still looks tough, but again, it's a chronograph with a proper leather Rallye strap. Very, 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 very excited about this one. Let's go ahead and take the 6139 off the wrist and put the SSC081. All right, well, if you couldn't tell, I am absolutely loving this one right now. Look at that. Dude, I love this watch's aesthetic right now. One thing I really like that I failed to mention earlier is that they use one thick keeper. So no two little keepers that will, you know, one's inevitably gonna move all the way up to this part of the watch and then you gotta keep pushing it down. No, they don't mess around with that. Just one fat keeper. They don't mess around. Love it. Dude, look at this. I'm a big fan. This is so far my favorite. My favorite strap right now. Love that. All right, but there's one more. There is one more that I mentioned earlier. My Oris Big Crown Pro Pilot. Haven't worn it in since like last week. Let's go ahead and wind it up so the second hand is actually moving. Okay, so this watch, I actually wore it on the factory strap for a while. Then I put it on this same Hadley Roma Cordura strap, and I liked that look. I like the kind of military aesthetic. This is, you know, a pilot's watch. And then this is actually a Wrist Candy Watch Club Perlon that I really, really, really like. Super comfortable, not incredibly stiff like most Perlons are. Just a very comfortable strap. But when I saw on their Instagram, Mancave Leather's Instagram, this like surplus leather, I was like, dang, I think that'll actually look cool, and it'll be the first time that I'm wearing this Oris on like a brown leather strap. So I'm very excited to see how this one turns out. Again, because I've kind of always worn this on like an olive drab something, but now we're gonna go leather. Let's see how it looks. All right, guys. Well, I said the SSC081 was my favorite when it comes to that green Rallye strap, but now after spending a few moments with this Oris and this surplus leather, you can see some old signage from the days of yore, and you can see some olive drab stitching, really cool pattern. I really like this. And again, this is gonna be my first time wearing this specific watch on like brown leather. So it's gonna be different for me, but I actually really like the way it looks because it's still tough, still looks tough. And it almost gives it kind of like a more of a vintage vibe. Are you guys feeling that? It almost makes this, you know, look a little bit less like a modern pilot's watch and almost brings it into like a more old school field. I like it. I really like it. This is now almost an old school pilot's watch. Let's go ahead and throw it on the wrist and see what you think. Oh boy, am I liking this. Dude, this is awesome. One thing I will say, this surplus leather, easily the thickest gauge out of any of the ones that was sent to me. So this is a bit stiffer. So like it wasn't, I didn't have to put up a fight with the strap, but to get it to the proper hole, you know, it was a bit stiffer than the other straps, but this, man, I love the way this looks. It's simple, you know, black dial, very simple watch with some old surplus leather. Can you really beat that? This just looks old school. Wear this with a pair of jeans, a t-shirt, you cannot go wrong. And it's still tough. Heavy gauge leather, you know, incredibly tough watch. I think it just works. Man, I love this. But look at this, guys. 3 total upgrades. The SSC081, love how that turned out with this green Rallye strap. The Oris with the surplus leather, and then the 6139, the king of chronographs. Look at that. Sporty Rallye strap. Man, I made out like a bandit today. That was awesome, and I still have a few more. What will I do with these? Might have to tune into another episode to find out. Look at these straps. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So Mancave Leather, thank you so much upgrading my watches. Again, find them on Instagram. I'll have the handle put up here on the screen. And yeah, they didn't have to send me these. They're not paying me at all. They just gave me a care package of straps. And yeah, I am incredibly happy right now. This is awesome. So far, I'm the most excited about this one. And then, of course, my 2 sporty chronographs now. Huge upgrade. Thank you so much, guys. So if you enjoyed this episode, yeah, give it a thumbs up. There's a bunch of ways to support the channel. The easiest one is just to subscribe. So click that subscribe button if you haven't already. And yeah, let me know what you think about these straps. Would you wear these? Do you hate them? Do you think I chose correctly? And what do you think I should do with the other straps? Leave me a comment. I'm sure you guys have some ideas, so let me know, guys. All right, I love you. Like, comment, and subscribe. Shows with other watch enthusiasts, other people you think would enjoy this. I'm Jory Goodman, the Time Teller. Always remember, I didn't invent time. I just tell it. Real quick, if you enjoyed this episode, then do not worry, the fun doesn't need to stop here. Check out these recommended episodes that are going to be popping up on the screen anytime now. Also, take a moment, check out my brand new channel, the Time Away channel. It's where I talk about everything outside of the watch world, some of my other collections, some of my other hobbies. And if you're not interested in any of that, don't worry, just stay right here and I will see you right here. Because I never leave. I am trapped inside of this camera.